All right, so good day everyone and welcome to our rationalization for microbiology and parasitology. I'm Dr. Gabriel Paul Pascual. Thank you for joining me tonight. Kahit ganitong oras na guys, ang dami pa rin natin, no? We already have 192 participants, no? Close to 200, no? Mukhang dadami pa yan, guys. All right, so before we start, we would like to just plug in, no? I-plug lang namin yung aming August 2024 MedTech Board Review. Okay, so for those taking the August board exam, we have already opened our enrollment, no, for our August 2024 MedTech board review. Okay, so we have here the dates. Okay, and I'm sure some of you are thinking, no, may Manila na. Yes, may Manila branch na po ang Legend. No, we're still finalizing details, but we'll be posting soon about our Manila branch. Okay, of course, we still have our Baguio branch, Davao, and Pampanga. And of course, yung online review natin, nandyan pa din. No, we're expanding into Manila. Okay? And I think it's high time, no, na ayan na mag-Manila branch na tayo, guys. Okay? Okay ba 'yon? And syempre kung gusto niyo ng malamig pa rin, sa Baguio pa rin tayo. No, but for those in Manila, no need to transfer, no. Meron na rin tayong Manila branch. Okay? So for those in Davao, okay, uh, our address is at third floor Metro Lifestyle Building, F. Torres Street, corner Jacinto Extension. Okay? So, malapit lang po ito sa Dim Sum Diner. For those sa Mindanao, no? Yung mga Mindanao students natin, if you're interested, we have our Davao branch. Okay? Malapit lang siya sa National High School and dun sa Dim Sum Diner. So, yung paboritong restaurant sa Davao. No? Napakalapit lang, guys. Okay? So, let's start this rationalization. Okay, so first question. The Delta ALA test for porphyrins is a confirmatory procedure for which test used for identification of Hemophilus species. So can you type your answer on the chat box? Tignan ko nga kung familiar kayo dito. Okay, very good. No? Ang answer dito is letter A, X factor requirement. Okay, what is X factor? Hindi to factor 10 guys, ha? Hindi to hematology. No, this is X factor. Remember, your X factor is your hemine. X factor is hemine. Okay? Sabihin na rin natin, your V factor, remember your V factor is your NAT. Okay? Now, saan papasok yung ELA test? If your organism utilizes hemine, no, gumagamit siya ng hemine, it does not use ALA. It will no longer use ALA. Or if the organism uses ALA, it will not use hemine. Okay, so either of the two, no, yung pagpipilian ng Hemophilus ninyo. Nakuha? So pag nakita niyo yung table ng growth requirements ng Hemophilus, your X factor requirement and your ALA test would always have opposite results. Matandaan yun guys, always opposite ang X factor requirement with the ALA test. Bakit ulit? Again, if the organism uses hemine, it does not use ALA. Or if it uses ALA, it does not use hemine. Either of the two ang gagamitin niya. Alright? Next, best specimen. What is the best specimen for the recovery of Mycobacterium from your sputum sample? Anong best specimen natin, guys? Ano sagot niyo dito? Okay, very good. The answer here is your first morning specimen. Bakit po first morning? Bakit po first morning? Well, the reason behind this is that your first morning specimen is more concentrated. Okay? Now, ito yung tanong ko sa inyo, guys. How many specimens, how many specimens are now required to diagnose Mycobacterium tuberculosis? Okay, according to the newest guidelines, how many specimens are required for the diagnosis of Mycobacterium tuberculosis? So, tignan ko nga yung mga answers nyo sa chat box. Okay, so maraming sumagot ng 2, may sumagot ng 3, may sumagot ng 1. May ibang answer ba? Baka gusto baka may gusto mag 4. Okay. Guys, According to the newest guidelines, no, ang preferred test nowadays for the diagnosis of MTB is already your gene expert. No, molecular na po yung preferred na method for the diagnosis of MTB. Okay, have you heard of gene expert? Alright? And for your gene expert, only one specimen is required. Isang specimen lang, guys. Isang specimen na lang, guys, ang required for your gene expert. So, ibig sabihin, nowadays, for your diagnosis, only one specimen is necessary. Hindi na po two. Nung time namin, no, 2014, kung kasabay niyo ako nag-board exam, ang sagot two. Kasi according to the guidelines before, dalawa yung kailangan. But nowadays, no, dun sa mga newest guidelines natin, gene expert na po yung preferred test. And for your gene expert, isa na lang, guys, ang kailangan, no, for diagnosis. Nakuha? So again, ulitin ko. Ang preferred test to diagnose MTB is what? Gene expert. How many specimens are required? One. Okay? Oh, sulit na natin. So for MTB diagnosis, for your diagnosis, the test is your gene expert. Okay? How many specimens? One. How about for monitoring? Sige nga, ano yung preferred test for your monitoring? No, na-diagnose mo na may TB yung pasyente. You want to monitor this patient. What would be the test? Sige nga. Gene expert pa rin ba kapag monitoring? No. Okay? Hindi po gene expert pag monitoring. Hindi niyo pwedeng pang-monitor ang gene expert kasi po, okay, yung gene expert niyo, it can turn out positive kahit na cured na yung patient. No, ang explanation dito sa guidelines, yung mga patients na cured na, they would still have some fragments of your MTB in their system. No, parang sa COVID lang. No, I'm sure I've heard of people na nagpo-positive sa RT-PCR kahit na magaling na sila. Kasi may mga fragments pa sila ng virus sa system. No, ganun din yung MTB. No, you cannot use gene expert for monitoring kasi kahit na cured na yung patient, meron ka pa rin mga fragments sa kanilang system. Okay? So what then do we use to monitor? For your monitoring, we still use your DSSM. That's your direct sputum smear microscopy. Smear microscopy pa rin ang for monitoring. How many specimens are required? O sige nga, tagot ako sa chat box. How many specimens po for monitoring? Okay, marami sumagot ng 2. Guys, for monitoring, 1 pa din. No, for monitoring, 1 pa rin. Okay? So isang specimen na lang talaga for both diagnosis and monitoring. Okay? I remember I think the newest guidelines is your 2020, no, National Tuberculosis Program guidelines. Okay? So as early as 2020 po, ito na yung sagot. Okay? Well, let's continue. I hope you have taken note of this. I'm sure yung mga board examiners, they're aware of this. No? Yung mga board examiners, aware sila dito. Okay? Kasi nung kami nag-board exam, as in specific yung tanong, according to the 2014 NTP, National Tuberculosis Program, how many specimens are required? Nung time namin, 2 for diagnosis. Okay? But nowadays, isa na lang. Okay, let's move on. Number 67, 3 blood cultures taken from a 30-year-old cancer patient receiving chemotherapy and admitted with urinary tract infection grew lactose negative, motile, gram-negative rods prior to antibiotic therapy. Okay, so using that information, no, lactose negative, motile, among your choices, meron na ba tayong pwedeng i-eliminate? So ang hinahanap natin guys, lactose negative and motile. Sa choices ninyo, meron bang lactose positive dyan? Sino dyan ang lactose fermenter? Anyone? Take a look at your choices. Okay, very good. Your Klebsiella pneumoniae is a lactose fermenter. Lactose positive yan. And also remember, Klebsiella pneumoniae is non-motile. So automatically, hindi pwedeng sagot ang letter D. We can eliminate letter D. Okay, tanggalin natin si letter D. Alright? So yun pa lang, no? Sa first sentence pa lang, may na-narrow down na tayo, may na-eliminate na tayo sa choices. Given the following biochemical reactions, which is the most likely organism? So sabi dito sa ating biochem, the organism we're looking for is H2S positive. Okay, sa choices ninyo, sino-sino yung mga H2S positive? Kilala niyo ba kung sino yung mga H2S positive na Enterobacteriaceae? Anong mnemonics natin for H2S positive Enterobacteriaceae? Yun, very good. Ang mnemonics natin for H2S positive Enterobacteriaceae is PEX. Okay, so let's ulit. So this is your PEX. So Proteus. What else? Ano yung letter E? Edwardshella. Letter C is Citrobacter. And then letter S is your Salmonella. These are the H-test positive Enterobacteriaceae. So sa choices niyo, sino H-test positive? Yung Proteus vulgaris and Proteus mirabilis. No, A and B. No, ang Serratia po is H-test negative. So we can now eliminate Serratia. Tanggalin natin yung letter C. Okay? We are now left with A and B. Okay? Proteus vulgaris and Proteus mirabilis. Guys, ang question ko sa inyo, what test do you use to differentiate your Proteus species? Sige nga. Anong test yung titignan nyo, guys? Okay, very good. You take a look at your indole test. Remember, Proteus vulgaris is indole positive. Proteus mirabilis is indole negative. O, anong hinanap nating organism? Ang hinanap nating organism is indole positive. So what's your answer here for number 67? Okay, the answer here is letter A. Okay? So the indole positive Proteus is your Proteus vulgaris. Letter A po tayo dito. Okay, nakita niyo kung paano natin sinagutan yung tanong na ito. Di ba? Hindi naman natin tinignan lahat ng biochem. No? Even with just a few biochemical reactions, no, you're already able to narrow down the answer, no, to this question. Tandaan niyo yung board exam, guys, multiple choice. Okay, pwede kayo mag-eliminate na mag-eliminate until you arrive with a particular answer. Okay? Next, number 68, the adult tapeworm of Echinococcus granulosus is found in the intestine of. Where do you find the adult Echinococcus granulosus? So another way to ask this, what is the definitive host of Echinococcus granulosus? Di ba pag sinabing definitive host, that is where your adult resides. O nasan po ang adult na Echinococcus granulosus? Okay, there. May nag, okay, okay. So marami nag-letter D. Very good. The answer here is letter D. For only. No, ang definitive host ng Echinococcus granulosus would be your dogs. Kaya nga ang Echinococcus granulosus ninyo, we can also call it your dog tapeworm. Di ba? All the rest here, no, including humans, are intermediate hosts. Okay? Ang definitive host po, dogs. So dogs harbor the adult tapeworm. Okay? We actually have an illustration of this. Ayan, ito po yung life cycle ng Echinococcus granulosus. Okay? So, ang definitive host po again would be your dog. Okay? Yung cattle ninyo, intermediate host lang. So, usually, ito yung life cycle ng Echinococcus granulosus. No? Dog, sheep, dog, sheep. Okay? The dog acquires the organism by ingestion of cysts. Okay? Pag yung cyst na yan, nakain ng dog, magiging adult yan sa small intestine ng dog. So, nasan yung adult? Nasa dogs. Therefore, the dog is the definitive host. And then the dog would now pass out eggs. These eggs, no, in the feces of your dog, would now be ingested by your cattle. Okay, ano nang mangyayari sa eggs sa loob ng cattle niyo, sa loob ng sheep niyo? Okay, these eggs will now develop into your hydatid cyst. Okay, yung hydatid cyst, immature yan. Yan yung larvae, kumbaga. No? So pagka yung organism mo or yung animal mo, it harbors the immature stage, no, you call it an intermediate host. Now, saan papasok ang humans, no? Your humans may accidentally ingest the eggs, okay, in the feces of your dog. Okay, pag yung eggs ang na-ingest mo, pag yung eggs yung na-ingest ng human, these eggs would hatch in your intestines, the oncospheres would be released, and then this oncospheres would now develop into hydatid cysts in various organs. Okay, again, yung hydatid cyst, that's an immature stage. So what are humans? Humans are intermediate hosts also. Nakuha niyo guys. So again, isa lang po ang definitive host natin for this parasite. The definitive host is your dogs. Okay? The definitive host are your dogs. Okay? Oops, na-reveal na yung answer. Number 69, in infections with Taenia solium, humans can serve as blank. So, anong sagot niyo dito sa number 69? Kung ano hindi niyo nakita yung answer. Okay, very good. No? For Taenia solium, humans serve as both definitive and intermediate host. Okay? Why is this so? So we will have to review the life cycle of Taenia solium. Okay? There are two ways by which humans can acquire Taenia solium. So tingnan muna natin yung first way. Okay. Oops. So ito yung first, no? First mode of transmission. Humans may get the parasite by ingesting contaminated pork. Okay? What stage would you find in your pork? Anong stage na makuha niyo sa pork? Okay, this is what we call your cysticercus. Now, in particular, your cysticercus cellulose. Okay, so this is the first mode of transmission. Now, ingestion of your cysticercus cellulose in undercooked pork. Nasusundan? Now, kapag yung cysticercus ang na-ingest mo, okay, eventually the cysticercus would develop into an adult in your intestines. Ano gagawin ng adult sa intestines nyo? Well, the adult would attach to the intestines and it would now lay eggs. Okay? So the eggs would be passed out in your stool. Therefore, what's your type of chat box? Anyone? Of course, your specimen would be stool. And in this life cycle, what would be your diagnostic stage? Nakuha niyo ba guys? No, yung adult yun nasa intestine, the adult would lay eggs. Yung eggs sasama sa stool. So anong specimen? Stool. Okay? Ano diagnostic stage sa stool? Your egg. Okay? So your egg. Nakuha? So that's the first life cycle. Now, paano naman yung second life cycle? No? Humans may also get the organism, no? The humans may also get the parasite by ingesting the egg. Pag yung egg po ang nakain natin, eventually the egg would hatch in your intestines, okay? And then you will now have the cysticercus. Okay? The cysticercus would now migrate to various organs. And this condition is what we call cysticercosis. So when do we get cysticercosis? Kailan nagkakaroon ng cysticercosis? Kapag ang na-ingest mo is the egg. Okay? So in this case, the human has the cysticercus, which is the larvae basically, no? Yun yung immature na stage. Therefore, yung human dito serves as an intermediate host. Dito sa nauna, ang meron sa human is the adult. So in this case, humans serve as the definitive host. Okay, so again, remember, humans serve as both definitive and intermediate host for your Taenia solium. Nagets ito guys? So kailan nagkakaroon ulit ng cysticercosis? Kapag ang na-ingest mo is the egg. Okay? Nakuha? Pag ang na-ingest mo is the cysticercus, ang makukuha mo lang is yung adult. Okay? So the answer for number 69 is letter C. Number 70. Sputum from a patient with pneumonia produce many colonies of gram-negative diplococci. O, gram-negative diplococci. Ano mga genera ang iisipin nyo guys? You have your Neisseria. What else? Your Moraxella. Okay? Given the following results, what is the most likely identification? Okay, so nakita niyo, no? In all CTA tubes, negative yung ating organism. Okay? Sino sa mga gram-negative diplococci ang negative sa CTA tubes? Negative in all CTA tubes. Dalawa lang yan. Neisseria elongata and Moraxella catarrhalis. Sila yung mga negative sa CTA tubes. Negative in all CTA tubes. Okay? Now, ang tanong ko sa inyo, how would you differentiate Neisseria elongata from Moraxella catarrhalis? Anong test ang titignan niyo, guys? Okay, very good. You're going to take a look at your DNAs. Okay, take a look at your DNA. So the organism in question here is DNA is positive. Among the two remaining choices, DNA is positive. Okay, that would be okay, very good, your Moraxella catarrhalis. So the answer here is letter A. Do you still remember our mnemonics for DNAs? Okay, very good. No, ang mnemonics natin for DNAs is SMS. Okay, sulat na natin. No, ang mnemonics natin is SMS. These are the DNAs positive. These are the important DNAs positive organisms. So S stands for Staph aureus. M is Moraxella catarrhalis. And then S is your Serasa marcescens. Okay? Ito yung matatandaan nyo na DNA is positive. Although may iba pang DNA is positive, no? But these are the most important ones. SMS. Alright? So kindly take note of this. Okay, so let's continue. Number 71, which test is used for the determination of inducible clindamycin resistance in Staphylococcus and Streptococcus? O, anong sagot nyo dito, guys? Okay, very good. This is the D test. Remember, your D test is your test for inducible clindamycin resistance. What do you mean when you say inducible clindamycin resistance? Anong ibig sabihin ba ng inducible? Pag sinabing inducible, no, papalabasin mo, ifo-force mo. Di ba? Originally, clindamycin susceptible, pero gagawin mong clindamycin resistant. Okay? What induces clindamycin resistance? Anong antibiotic yun na mag-induce ng clindamycin resistance? Okay, that would be your erythromycin. Okay? Some strains of Staphylococcus and Streptococcus, when exposed to both clindamycin and erythromycin, they become clindamycin resistant. What do you mean by this? Napakita ko na lang sa inyo yung setup para mas maintindihan nyo, guys. Okay, so this is how you do your DTEP. Okay? Yung antibiotic disc nyo dito are erythromycin and clindamycin. Okay? If you take a look at erythromycin, wala pong zone of inhibition. Wala pong zone of inhibition. So the organism here is what? Erythromycin resistant. Okay? Now, take a look at your clindamycin. Take a look at your clindamycin. In this area, may zone of inhibition ka. So how do you interpret this? Is the organism clindamycin susceptible or clindamycin resistant? Type na sa chat box. Sa part na to, guys. O, yan o, ang laki ng zone of inhibition nyo. So dito sa part na to, your organism is clindamycin susceptible. Okay, clindamycin susceptible. Gagana yung clindamycin dun sa organism. Okay? But take a look at this part. What happened? Ano nangyari, guys? Supposedly, yung zone of inhibition niya magko-continue pa dito. 'Di ba? Pero anong nangyari? Nawala yung zone of inhibition. Nag-grow yung organism in this part. Okay? The organisms in this part are exposed to both erythromycin and clindamycin. Okay, how do you interpret these organisms? They're erythromycin resistant, also clindamycin resistant. Okay? Supposedly, dito kanina, di ba, clindamycin susceptible ka. Pero dito, ano nangyari? Naging clindamycin resistant yung organism nyo. Okay? Bakit sila naging clindamycin resistant? Naging clindamycin resistant sila sa area na ito because they were also exposed to erythromycin at the same time. So, ang nag-induce ng clindamycin resistant is your erythromycin. Nakuha nyo, guys? Okay? Medyo, ano siya, di ba, paradoxical. Kung iisipin ninyo, di ba, supposedly, pag in-expose mo yung organism to two antibiotics at the same time, mas mamamatay sana siya. Di ba? Pero dito, opposite yung nangyari. Nung in-expose mo siya to clinda and erythromycin at the same time, naging clindamycin resistant pa siya. No? So, ang moral lesson dito, guys, don't self-medicate with antibiotics. Okay? Kung clindamycin lang sana yung ginamit mo, ayan, no, gagana sana yung clindamycin alone. Pero pag sinabay mo si clindamycin and erythromycin, this may induce clindamycin resistance. Okay? So bakit siya tinawag na D-test? Tinawag siya na D-test kasi yung zone of inhibition niya dito looks like your letter D. Okay? It looks like your letter D. So again, ang D-test niyo is for what? It is for clindamycin at it is for inducible clindamycin resistance. So I hope I have explained that adequately. Naintindihan ba yun, guys? O, kung naintindihan po, please type 100% in the chat box. Okay, very good. Number 72, which genera are positive for phenylalanine deaminase? Anong sagot niyo dito, guys? Number 72. Okay, very good. This is letter B. Morganella, Providencia, and Proteus. Anong mnemonics natin dito, guys? Okay, very good. Ang mnemonics dito, ppm. Okay, ppm ang mnemonics dito, guys. ppm. Bakit ppm ngayon? Kasi nandyan si Mrs. Okay, anyway, sabihin na nga natin, ang mnemonics natin dito talaga is P-Mo. Okay? O, sabihin ko na rin, kahit may bantay ako, ang mnemonics dito, P-Mo. Okay? Actually, ang kompletong mnemonics dito, okay, pasensya na po, no? Mnemonics lang to, guys. Ang complete na mnemonics dito, PD, PP mo. Basahin niyo yung PD ng pwede. Di ba? Pwede, PP mo. Ayan. Okay? Para malala niyo kung sino yung mga pwede, niyo yung diabetes. Okay? Number 73, parasitic organisms that are most often transmitted sexually include, ano sagot niyo dito sa number 73? Actually, kulang pa pala yung mnemonics natin. Buti na lang ni-remind you guys. It's supposedly PD, PP mo, green. Remember yung PD nyo, ang positive result niya, green. So, ang complete mnemonics dyan, guys, PD, PP mo, green. Sige, okay na yan. Number 73, parasitic organisms most often transmitted sexually include what? O, sagot tayo agad dito, guys. This is your Trichomonas vaginalis. So, the answer for number 73 is letter B, 4 only. Okay? Number 74, charcot-laden crystals are associated with what? WBC? Ano sagot natin dito? Okay, very good. This is letter B. Tandaan nyo guys, yung charcot-laden crystals, they form from the breakdown products of your eosinophil. Pag may namatay na eosinophil in one area, okay, mag-iiwan siya ngayon ng charcot-laden crystal. Ang description ko lagi dito, no, yung charcot-laden crystal, yan yung bangkay ng eosinophil. So yan yung clue mo na may namatay na eosinophil dyan. So ang clinical significance ng charcot-laden crystal, Similar sa clinical significance ng eosinophils. O, kailan niyo ba nakikita yung mga eosinophils? Parasitism. What else? Allergic reactions. O, ganun din yung charcot-laden crystals. No, associated din ito sa parasitism and also in your allergic reactions. Okay? Number 75, oocysts of Cryptosporidium can be detected in the stool specimens using what? Okay, remember, your Cryptosporidium is acid-fast. So you can detect this using your modified Dill-Nielsen acid-fast tape. Okay? Tandaan nyo, may mga protozoans po tayo na acid-fast. Aside from Cryptosporidium, what are the other acid-fast protozoans? Eliminate, yan na natin, enumerate na natin. Acid-fast protozoans, you have your Cryptosporidium. Cryptosporidium, what else? Okay, very good. Isospora. May isa pa. Okay, very good. Your Cyclospora. Your Cyclospora. Now, these are the acid-fast protozoans. So, pag may describe the acid-fast protozoan, these are the genera that you should think of. Alright? Ipakikopya mo na, guys. Cryptosporidium, Isospora, and Cyclospora. Alright, let's continue. Number 76, toxic shock syndrome is attributed to infection with, ano sagot natin dito? This is letter C, Staphylococcus aureus. Okay? Your Staph aureus produces your TSST1. This is your toxic shock syndrome toxin 1. Toxic shock syndrome toxin 1. And this causes your, obviously, toxic shock syndrome. Now, aside from Staph aureus, what other organism leads to toxic shock syndrome? Type na sa chat box. What other organism causes toxic shock syndrome? Anyone? How about others? Yun, very good. Your strep pyogenes or your group A strep also causes toxic shock syndrome. Okay? Strep pyogenes produces your pyrogenic exotoxin A or C. Now, this also causes toxic shock syndrome. Okay? So, dalawa po ang associated with toxic shock syndrome. Staph aureus and your group A strep. Okay? Number 77, incorrect match between disease and symptoms is, tignan niyo muna yung choices niyo. A, paragonimayasis. What is the causative agent of paragonimayasis? Paragonimayasis is caused by your Paragonimus westermani. So this is your oriental lung fluke. Okay, yung fluke na ito, it resides in your lung. And because of this, it may cause what? It may cause cough as well as hemoptysis. No, you cough out blood. No, so letter A is correct. Correct match yan, guys. Okay? How about letter B? Cryptosporidiosis and watery diarrhea. Is this correct? Yes, this is correct. Now, the causative agent is Cryptosporidium parvum. Okay? Cryptosporidium parvum may cause diarrhea in HIV/AIDS patients. Now, associated po ito with HIV/AIDS patients. Okay? How about letter C? Toxoplasmosis in compromised host. Okay, CNS symptoms. Is this correct? Yes, this is correct. Your Toxoplasma gondii may infect your central nervous system if you are immunocompromised. Pero kung healthy ka naman, no, kung wala kang problema with your immune system, usually asymptomatic lang ang Toxoplasma. No, nagiging problem ito sa mga immunocompromised. Okay, so letter C is also correct. How about letter D, enterobiasis, dysentery? O, ano yung causative agent po ng enterobiasis? Or better, give me the other name of the causative agent. Oh, what's your causative agent? Your causative agent is Enterobius vermicularis. What's the other name? Okay, very good. This is your pinworm. Okay, this is your pinworm. So ano po ang clinical manifestation ng pinworm infection? Ayun, very good. No? Seaworm din ang other name nito, seaworm. O ano po ang manifestation nito? Hindi po ito nagkakos ng dysentery. Rather, it only causes pruritus ani. No? Itchiness dun sa anal opening. Buti na lang, di ba? Yun lang yung kinokos niya. Kasi ang enterobius ninyo, madaling mapasa-pasa yan. Okay? Are you aware that enterobius may be transmitted via inhalation? Aware ba kayo dun, guys? So sobrang gaan ng eggs na Enterobius vermicularis, no? Theoretically, it may also be transmitted via inhalation, not just ingestion. Okay, buti na lang, ang manifestation niya ng pruritus ay. Okay? 77 is dog. Incorrect match yan. Mali yan, guys. Oh, maling match. Oops. Lumabas yung sagot. 78. Which procedure is appropriate for culture of genital specimens in order to recover chlamydia? So ano po yung ating tissue culture for chlamydia? Your tissue culture for chlamydia would be your McCoy cells. 78 is letter A. Ang pakitandaan po, yung McCoy cells, these are for chlamydia. Ito po yung tissue culture natin for chlamydia. Okay? 79, upon examination of stool material for Cystospora belli, one would expect to see what? Okay? This is your Isospora belli, no? Previously Isospora belli. What do you remember about Isospora? What do you remember about Isospora? Isospora is acid fast. Nasabi na natin ito kanina. Okay? So the answer here is letter C. Oocysts that are modified acid fast variable. 79 is letter C. Number 80, the following organisms are linked with specific relevant information. The incorrect combination is blank. Ano po yung mali dito, guys? Okay, so letter A, Strongyloides stercoralis causes autoinfection. Is this true? Is this true? Yes, this is true. Tandaan niyo, ang Strongyloides stercoralis, okay, yung egg niya, it can hatch already in your intestines. Pag nag-hatch yung egg ng Strongyloides stercoralis sa intestine, you're now going to have the rhabditiform larvae. Okay? And yung rhabditiform larvae, it may further mature to the filariform larvae also in the intestines. Okay? So yung filariform larvae na yan, yan yung infective stage ng strongy. Okay? It can already infect the same host, thus autoinfection. Okay? Unlike yung hookworms nyo. For hookworms, egg yung napapass out. For the egg to hatch into your larvae, kailangan mapunta muna siya sa soil. Okay, that's for hookworms. But for Strongyloides stercoralis, even inside the intestines, pwede na mag-hatch yung egg, maging rhabditiform larvae, maging filariform larvae din. Thus, infectious already. Okay? Number 80, letter B, in Echinococcus granulosus, hidden examination. Tama ba ito? Yes, this is true. Okay, what we're looking for your Echinococcus granulosus would be your hydatid cyst in infected organs. Okay? Letter C, toxoplasma, diagnosis by serology. Is this correct? Is letter C correct? Yes. Now, I think alam nyo yung next kong question. What is the test for Toxoplasma gondii? Type na sa chat box. Okay, very good. The test for Toxoplasma gondii is your Sabine-Feldman dye test. Okay, Sabine-Feldman dye test. Okay? And that leaves us with letter D. Balantidium coli associated with cattle. Is this true? No, this is not true. This is incorrect. Saan associated ang Balantidium coli? Anong mga animals po ang associated sa Balantidium coli? Madaling tandaan to guys. Balantidium baboy. Balantidium coli, no? Balantidium baboy. Associated po with pigs ang Balantidium coli. Okay? So 80, the answer for number 80 is dog. 81, visitor to South America returned with diarrhea, suspected of being infected with V. cholerae, Vibrio cholerae. Select the best medium for recovery and identification of this organism. What is the best medium for Vibrio? Ano best medium nyo dito? Ito guys, matik na to. Must know dapat to. This is letter C. TCBS agar. Okay? Your TCBS is your selective differential medium for Vibrio. Okay? Selective siya for Vibrio. Okay? How is it selective for Vibrio? Bakit Vibrio lang ang nag-grow sa TCBS? Anong property ng TCBS ang nag-aalaw ng growth ng Vibrio? Okay, very good. Remember, your TCBS has high pH, fair alkaline yan. So it would only allow the growth of Vibrio. No, selective siya for Vibrio because of the high pH. Okay? And then this is differential. So how would it differentiate the various species of Vibrio? Anong characteristic ang magdi-differentiate ng various species? What characteristic? Fermentation of what sugar? Yun, very good, no? Sucrose fermentation. Kaya tandaan niyo po, ang Vibrio cholerae, sucrose fermenter yan. Okay? Sucrose fermenter yan. And since it ferments sucrose, it would produce what color of colonies? Type now sa chat box. What color of colonies? Okay, very good. It would produce yellow colonies. Okay, so Vibrio cholerae on TCBS, yellow colonies. Why again? Because it is a sucrose fermenter. Okay? Are we learning so far? Are we learning so far? All right. Number 82. Entamoeba histolytica trophocyte has the following characteristics. Sagot na tayo agad dito. This is letter A. Central between the nucleus and the cytoplasm. How do you describe the nucleus of your histolytica? Ano yung classic description sa kanya, guys? Ano yung classic description ng nucleus niya? Nucleus muna, guys. Nucleus, not the cytoplasm. Okay, very good. No, ang description ng nucleus ng histolytica is bullseye nucleus. No, we describe it to have your bullseye nucleus. Okay? The cytoplasm is described to be clean looking. So cytoplasm po, ang description is clean looking. Or what you call your ground glass appearance. Ground glass appearance. Okay? Yan yung tinanong sa board exam. Now, what amoeba has a cytoplasm described to have ground glass appearance? That's your histolytica. Okay? Also, do not forget that the cytoplasm of this parasite may have what? RBCs. Now you can see ingested RBCs. And yung ingested RBC na ito mnemonic for histolytica. Pag nakita mo yung RBC sa cytoplasm ng amoeba, automatic po histolytica yan. Sure ka na histolytica yan. Okay? And then your pseudopods are clear. Or sa ibang books, it is described to be sharp, blade-like. So the pseudopods of histolytica are sharp, blade-like. And how do you describe the motility of histolytica? Type nga sa chat box, ano ang motility niya? Okay, very good. Progressive, unidirectional, ano pa? Explosive. No, progressive, unidirectional, explosive. Okay? So be like your histolytica. Dapat isa lang yung direction nyo. Ang direction nyo is towards your license. No? Ang direction nyo is toward those three letters, RMT. No? Be like histolytica. Okay? Number 83, the HACEK group of organisms are all known for which type of infection, saan sila associated na infection. Kabisado niyo ba sino yung members ng HACEK group? Nandiyan na, no? Hemophilus, Aprophilus, Actinobacillus actinomycetecomitans, Mycetemcomitans, may Cardiobacterium hominis, Echinococcus, and your Kingella. So these are the members of your HACEK group. Actually, yung HACEK group nyo, AASEC na yan. Hindi na siya HACEK group. AASEC na siya, guys. Okay, kasi ang Hemophilus Aprophilus, ang bago niyang pangalan ngayon, Aggregatibacter. Aggregatibacter Aprophilus. Okay, so hindi na siya HACEK. AASEC group na yan. Okay? So saan po associated ng AASEC group? Associated with endocarditis. These organisms are associated with endocarditis. Number 84, which of the following is used as mordant in the gram stain? Kabisado yun na ba guys, ang components ng gram stain? O ito, kahit nakapikit kayo, dapat kabisado yun ito. Ano po mordant sa gram stain? Okay, very good. This is your grams iodine. Okay? O, ano yung mnemonics natin for the components of your gram stain? Okay, very good. Ang mnemonics natin for that is bias. Okay, ang mnemonics natin for this is bias. So your primary stain is what? Crystal violet. Mordant is grams iodine. Decolorizer is what? Anong decolorizer nyo? Alcohol acetone. And what's your secondary stain? Safranin. So ang mnemonics po natin, bias. Okay? Ang mnemonics natin, bias. Number 85, 12-year-old girl is brought to the ER with meningitis and a history of swimming in a warm water spring. Okay, yun yung pinaka-clue nyo dyan, no? Motile amoeba that measure 10 micrometers in size are seen in the CSF. Okay? So what we're looking for here is a free-living amoeba. Among your choices, sino po dyan ang free-living amoeba? Ayan yung clue nyo. Nag-swimming siya sa warm water spring. Nag-swimming siya sa contaminated waters. Okay? The organism here is Neisseria fowleri. The Neisseria fowleri is one of your free-living amoeba. The other one is your, anong isa pang free-living? The other free-living amoeba is your, very good, Acanthamoeba. So huwag niyo kakalimutan guys, dalawa silang free-living. Okay? Neisseria fowleri and Acanthamoeba. Okay? What is the disease associated with Neisseria fowleri? Ang galing. Bilis ng sagot natin, no? The answer is PAM, no? What is PAM? PAM is primary amoebic meningoencephalitis. So probably our patient here is suffering from PAM, primary amoebic meningoencephalitis. Okay? Yun po yung kinukos ng Neisseria fowleri. How about Acanthamoeba? What disease is caused by Acanthamoeba? Okay, this time, Acanthamoeba causes your GAE. That's your granulomatous amoebic encephalitis. Sulat ko na po. Granulomatous amoebic encephalitis. Okay? Acanthamoeba may also cause keratitis. Okay? Cornea. No? Cornea ang affected pag sinabing keratitis. Okay? And sino po yung nagkakaroon ng keratitis due to Acanthamoeba? Ano yung associated dito? Ano yung associated sa keratitis due to Entamoeba? Okay, very good. Contact lens use. Okay, contact lens use. Okay, those who improperly clean no, their contact lenses. Or halimbawa, contaminated yung contact lens cleaning solution ninyo. You can get keratitis secondary to Entamoeba. Okay? So for you to remember this, no, basahin niyo yung Entamoeba as a contact amoeba. No, a contact amoeba. Para maalala niyo na associated siya with your contact lens. Okay? So let's move on. Number 86, which of the following tests should be performed for initial differentiation of Listeria monocytogenes from group B strep? Ano sagot niyo dito, guys? Can we use the CAM test? Can we use the CAM test to differentiate Listeria monocytogenes from group B strep? Pwede ba yan? Yes or no, guys? Why not? Kasi po, Listeria monocytogenes and group B strep are both CAM positive. They're both CAM positive. So it would be useless to do this. Kasi pareho silang positive. Okay, so you can now eliminate letter B and letter C. No, hindi pwedeng gamitin ng CAM test to differentiate Listeria monocytogenes from group B strep because they are both CAM positive. Okay? Ang sagot po dito is letter A. Sagot po dito is letter A. Okay? Can we use the gram stain? Yes. Remember, ang Listeria ninyo, gram positive, gram negative. Ano siya, guys? Yun, very good. Gram positive, Bacilla yan. On the other hand, group B strep is what? Gram positive cocci. Okay? For motility, Listeria is motile. Ano po yung characteristic motility ng Listeria? We're talking about motility, ha? Okay, very good. Ang characteristic motility niya is your tumbling motility. Di ba may mnemonics tayo dito, guys? Di ba? Sabi natin, pag nag-Listerine ka, which sounds like Listeria, mapapatumbling ka. Okay, tumbling motility po for Listeria monocytogenes. Your group B strep, on the other hand, is non-motile. Now, this is non-motile. Okay? When it comes to catalase, Listeria is catalase positive. On the other hand, your strep are catalase negative. Strep are catalase negative. Okay? So, yan na. Nagawa na natin ang table, guys. This is how you differentiate Listeria monocytogenes from your group B strep. Okay? So, I'll give you some time to copy this. Okay, number 87, massive hemolysis, black water fever, and CNS involvement are most common with what? Species of Plasmodium. Okay, this is your Plasmodium falciparum. Take note, Plasmodium falciparum causes the most severe form of malaria. Okay, most severe form of malaria, Plasmodium falciparum. Ito usually nakakamatay, no? Plasmodium falciparum. Okay. Number 88, which atmospheric condition is needed to recover Campylobacter? What do you remember about Campylobacter? Ano po ang oxygen requirement ng Campylobacter? Oxygen requirement, guys. Okay, very good. Campylobacter is microaerophilic. Okay? Among the choices, sino dyan ang microaerophilic ang condition? Okay, remember, your atmosphere has around 20% oxygen. So kung routine incubation lang yan, that's 20% oxygen. Hindi yun microaerophilic na condition. Okay? Ang microaerophilic po, 5% oxygen. Now, microaerophilic po, 5% oxygen lang. No, less oxygen dapat. Okay? So, ang sagot dito is letter A. Okay? Ito yung hahanapin nyo guys ha. Pag-usapang microaerophilic, hanapin nyo yung 5% oxygen. Yan po ang kailangan ng Campylobacter. At the same time, remember, Campylobacter is capnophilic. So aside from the 5% oxygen, it would require 10% CO2. So remember, Campylobacter is capnophilic. Okay? Number 89, naulit lang din yung tanong. Isospora belli. Okay? Causes that are modified acid-fast variable. Again, isospora is one of your acid-fast protozoa. Okay? Number 90, CCFA, cycloserine, cefoxitin, fructose, agar. This is for the recovery of, okay, very good. This is for the recovery of letter D, Clostridium difficile. Okay, Clostridium difficile. O, ito yung tanong ko sa inyo. What infection is associated with Clostridium difficile? What disease is associated with Clostridium difficile? Ayun, very good. Your Clostridium difficile causes your pseudomembranous colitis. It causes your pseudomembranous colitis. Okay? Or your antibiotic-associated diarrhea. Antibiotic-associated diarrhea. Okay? So patients taking antibiotics for a long time may develop pseudomembranous colitis secondary to Clostridium difficile. This happens because your prolonged antibiotic use can wipe out your normal flora. So mawala yung normal flora mo, magkakaroon ka ngayon ng outgrowth ng pathogens like your Clostridium difficile. Okay? So again, pseudomembranous colitis. Number 91, majority of Hemophilus influenza infections are caused by which of the following capsular serotypes? Ano yung most important na serotype ng Hemophilus influenzae? Okay, very good. This is your, okay, this is your Hemophilus influenzae type B. Okay? Hemophilus influenzae type B causes meningitis in young children. Ito yung most common cause ng meningitis in young children, especially those below 2 years old. Okay? Kaya nga po, may vaccine tayo against this. May tinatawag na HIV vaccine. No, Haemophilus influenzae type B vaccine. Okay? What else is associated with Haemophilus influenzae type B? Aside from meningitis. Anyone? May naalala ba kayo na ibang sakit? Aside from meningitis? Okay, this is also associated with what we call, tignan ko nga yung sagot sa chat box. Okay, this is also associated with what we call as cherry red epiglottitis. Okay, cherry red epiglottitis. Okay, this is also associated with Haemophilus influenzae type B. Okay, let's proceed. Number 92, Haemophilus species that require B factor are easily recovered on which primary agar plate? Among your choices, what would provide your B factor as well as your X factor? Okay, very good. This is your chocolate agar. Now remember, your chocolate agar can provide both X factor and B factor. Okay, kaya nga kailangan i-lyse na yung RBCs. Kasi po yung X factor and B factor, both of them would come from the lysed RBCs. Okay, so 92 is C. 93, naulit lang yung tanong, massive hemolysis, black water fever, CNS involvement. This is Plasmodium falciparum. Okay. Number 94, direct smear from a nasopharyngeal swab stained with Loeffler methylene blue showed various letter shapes and deep blue metachromatic granules. The most likely identification is black. What's your answer for number 94? Okay, very good. This is your Corynebacterium species. Okay? Yung classic arrangement ng Corynebacterium is what we call your Chinese letter arrangement. Okay, yan yung dinidescribe dito. Sabi dito sa question, various letter shape. Okay, hindi natin sinabing Chinese letter kasi very obvious yun. Okay, pag nakita niyan, ang sagot niyo agad, Corynebacterium. Di ba? So, Chinese letter arrangement associated with Corynebacterium. Ito pa isang tanong sa inyo, guys. Ano yung tawag niyo sa metachromatic granule? What do you call the metachromatic granule of your C. diphtheriae? What do you call the metachromatic granule of Corynebacterium diphtheriae? Okay, very good. These are what you call your Babes Ernst granules. Now, these are what you call your Babes Ernst granules. Di ba may mnemonics pa tayo dito? Anong mnemonics natin? Corynebacterium diphtheriae, Babes Ernst. Tandaan nyo, ang corny mo, babe. Di ba? Ang corny mo, babe. Naalala niyo yun? Ang corny mo, babe. Alright? Number 95, which Hemophilus species is generally associated with endocarditis? So among your choices, sino dyan ang kasama sa HACEK group? Remember yung HACEK group yung associated kanina sa endocarditis. Sino yung kasama sa HACEK group among your Hemophilus? Okay, very good. This is letter C. Your Hemophilus aprophilus, now known as your Aggregatibacter aprophilus. Okay, very good. Number 96, lysoptapine is used to differentiate Staphylococcus from which other genus? Okay, very good. This is letter T, Micrococcus. Remember, Staphylococcus, Staphylococcus is sensitive to lysostapine. Madaling tandaan naman, no? Lysostapine, it would lyse your staph. Lysostapine, no? It would lyse your staph. Micrococcus, on the other hand, is not sensitive to lysostapine. Okay? May isa pa important test na tatandaan. Remember, your micrococcus is microdase positive. This is microdase positive. Okay? Micrococcus is microdase positive. 97, biochemically, Enterobacteriaceae are gram-negative rods that are, they should remember the general characteristics of your Enterobacteriaceae. Okay, very good. No, this is letter A. Enterobacteriaceae ferment glucose. Tandaan nyo, lahat po sila, no, glucose fermenter. Kung hindi ka glucose fermenter, you cannot sit with us. No, hindi ka pwedeng sumama sa grupo na to. Enterobacteriaceae reduce nitrates to nitrites and they are oxidase negative. Of course, may exemption. Okay? Sino po yung nag-iisang member ng Enterobacteriaceae na oxidase positive? Okay, patay ba ako sa chat box? Ang galing, ang bilis ng sagot, guys. RMT na yan soon. Okay? Your oxidase positive Enterobacteriaceae is your Plasmonas shigelloides. Remember, Plasmonas shigelloides is the only oxidase positive Enterobacteriaceae. Plasmonas shigelloides. Oxidase positive Enterobacteriaceae. Okay? How do I remember this? No? Yung Plasmonas, basahin nyo na Plasmonas. Okay? Basahin nyo siya na Plasmonas. Para maalala ninyo na may isang plus sa kanya na hindi dapat. Ano yun? Yung oxidase niya. Okay? Plasmonas. Alright? Well, let's move on. We're almost done. Kapit lang, guys. Number 98, which test is used to differentiate Viridan strep from group D Streptococcus and Enterococcus? Anong sagot niyo sa number 98? So what we're looking for is a test which would have the same result for group D Streptococcus and group D Enterococcus. By the way, when you say group D Streptococcus, this is your group D non-Enterococcus. Now, anong test yung positive for both Enterococcus and non-Enterococcus? Okay, this is letter D, your bile aspirine test. Okay? Group D Enterococcus and non-Enterococcus are both bile aspirine positive. Viridan strep, your other strep, they are bile aspirine negative. Lahat ng ibang strep, bile aspirine negative. Ang mga positive lang sa bile aspirine are your group D. Okay? Number 99, the superoxide test. For rapid, this is the rapid presumptive test for what organism? Okay, very good. This is your Neisseria gonorrhoeae. O, ito yung tanong ko sa inyo. What is your reagent for the superoxide test? What is the reagent for the superoxide test? Okay, very good. O, huwag yung sasabing huwag yung sasabing hydrogen peroxide lang, H2O2 lang. Mahalaga dito yung concentration, guys. Okay, the reagent for the superoxide test is 30% hydrogen peroxide. 30% hydrogen peroxide. Okay? Pag ang ginamit mo, 3% lang, that's the catalase test. Okay, pero pag ang ginamit mo, 30% hydrogen peroxide, that's the superoxide test. Positive for Neisseria gonorrhoeae. Okay? O number 100, what is the most sensitive method for the detection of beta-lactamase? Ano yung most sensitive method for beta-lactamase? Okay, very good. This is your chromogenic cephalosporin test. Okay? Chromogenic cephalosporin. Ano ang positive result for your chromogenic test? Well, chromogenic nga, di ba? So what we're looking for here is color change. In particular, what color? Type na sa chat box. What color? Anyone? Yun, very good. Red color, guys. Red color. Huwag kayong mag-alala nung tinanong to sa board exam. Ang tinanong lang, ano yung positive result? Tapos ang nasa choices, color change. Hindi naman tinanong yung exact color. No? But if you need to know the exact color, the answer is red po. Color red po ang positive result ng chromogenic test. Okay? And we're done. May natutunan ba tayo this evening? Did we learn something tonight? Okay, very good. All right. So thank you guys for staying up late with me. I'm very happy no na marami nakakasagot ng mga question. Okay? So yun lang po. Have a great evening everyone. Matulog na kayo. Yung mga hindi pa matutulog, magbasa pa kayo. Okay lang. Sige lang. Go lang. Magbasa pa kayo. Okay? Doc, i-upload po ba ito? Yes. No, we're going to upload this. Okay, thank you everyone and have a great evening. Aral mabuti. 59 days to go. And RMT na by March 2024. Okay, thank you and God bless everyone.